Warm in the day, have a good time. Cool in the night, have a good time. That's what I keep on saying till I lose my mind. Feel like a
Oh. So while I was gone, there was I don't know if it was an article, but I saw it on Twitter that people at higher ups at CC2, CyberConnect 2, want to make a remaster or a re-release or a remake or whatever you want, however you want to put it, of the original 4 games, but they can't because Bandai won't let them, essentially, is what it boils down to. And that kind of just how it goes when a developer is tied to a publisher. The publisher has the say in whatever happens, and if the publisher says no, it's no. And that's just how it goes. But it's also frustrating as like a .hack fan, that the original 4 games are just being ignored, and they're just being put on the side. It's a series that really need to come back. It needs to come back because it's really good. It's a really good goddamn series. A really good multimedia franchise that I want to return. And a lot of people have not actually played .hack, the original games, or GU for the matter of that fact. For some reason, they're really good. However, it's a very dated combat system, and I understand if it can be kind of a slogfest, but the story and everything of it's really good. And this ties into not just like Bandai Namco and CyberConnect issue. This ties into the gaming industry as a whole. The gaming industry is one of the worst industries there is to preserving their history. For some reason, the people who run these bigger companies and whatnot just don't give a rat's fucking ass about their previous titles that they've released, their history. Not all, but most, I would say, especially of like the AAA publishers. Holy crap. They don't care about what they did in the past. They don't care about trying to preserve and have people play games that were good in the past, or just games that from history. They don't care about preserving any of that. Like fucking Hot Wheels Turbo Racing, Square Enix's fucking bullshit excuses that they always give about fucking Parasite Eve. Final Fantasy 12 should come back. Star Ocean 3, even though some people don't like it. Just even games that aren't good, aren't necessarily great. Bouncer, that are fun. Just games in general they need to be preserved. And thankfully we have emulation for that. Friggin' Onimusha is another goddamn series that needs to come back. Thankfully, the first one was re-released. Capcom re-released that on the PS4. But I know there's compilations. There's complications of the other titles in the Onimusha series because of either actors or people who played the characters in there have died. So, but fucking this goddamn game is great. Fucking one of my most favorite Smash clone. But yeah, they just need I don't understand why we can't preserve game history? Why can't the companies themselves release them digitally? Release some kind of like physical stuff, a collection of games and its franchises that they own. I don't understand it. I don't know why they're, I guess they have some kind of stupid mentality that it's gonna cut out from the, no one cares about the old games. No one cares about the past. They only want new games to be sold. And the funny thing is they're missing out on some money, which is the weirdest thing to me, because corporates, the bigwigs, all they care about is fucking money. They don't care about anything. They don't care about the people who work for them. They don't care about jack fucking shit. They don't care about the fan bases. They don't care about their customers. They don't care about the government. They don't fucking care about paying taxes and shit. They only care about lining their pockets up with money. That's the majority of AAA publishers. But for some reason, they just will never, they don't want to release old games. Or they just have they're very, very slow about it, and it's like, it's fighting them tooth and nail about trying to get things released. I understand that releasing things on modern things now is a little bit more difficult, but it's not much of an excuse, considering that emulation is what's keeping old games, old systems alive. And they're doing it really well with with people who are just doing it for passion projects, and there's not a big group of them either. And they run fine. So I don't really understand what the issue is about releasing old games. I understand why the dickheads at the top are dickheads. I just don't understand why not just release them? Because games deserve to be preserved, whether they're bad or not. They deserve to be preserved. That's all people's hard work, sweat, and tears are fucking making that. And as much as the stupid art people, the high society art people, don't want to include cars and games as like art, they fucking are. There's no ifs, ands, about it. They are. And I will show you guys. I'm a massive dot hack weeb lover, enjoyer, and so Bandai Namco kind of putting CyberConnect 2, if we are to believe CyberConnect 2, Bandai Namco's putting CyberConnect 2's passion about bringing the original 4 games on hold or on ice, and that just makes me sad. I would love to see the old games come back, on like kind of like how they did the Dot Hack GU re-release. That was great, and CyberConnect was able to make a part 4 to it, sort of part 4. It's kind of like a 3, it's like a part 3.5. That ending was fucking great. Holy crap, that was really good. They kind of don't really need to do much to like the original 4 games, because it concluded well. GU on the other hand, it kind of did need that special ending, that special part that CyberConnect made, in my opinion. So there's not really much to do with the original 4 games. Just re-release them as a special, package like you did with the GU games. Include some, cool collector shit or whatnot for like a collector's edition, and then there's bing bam boom, there you go, just release it. It's not that hard. It wouldn't cost that much. So I don't understand. And I know .hack never sold that well over here in America, but that's because they didn't fucking release that many of the games. And they were so niche and the marketing was shit. .hack never had a leg to run on. So I don't understand. It was super niche. But it deserves to, the original 4 games deserve to come back for people who are interested to experience them without having to buy original copies like these. The original 4 games these beautiful things. This right here is the most expensive freaking part ever. This part is so goddamn expensive and hard to find because Bandai Namco never released that many copies of this outside of Japan. I don't know what the official numbers was, but for some reason I'm thinking like 10,000 copies or some bullshit, and I think it's more than that. But for some reason I remember I have a vague memory of like seeing the numbers being like 10,000 copies or some crap to like the US or whatnot. Something stupid low like that. I don't know if it's that low, but it's something ridiculously low. And mine's in like damn near perfect mint condition. And all mine are complete. They have everything in there. The game disc, DVD disc, DVD disc, which has the special OVA in there, which was great. The game disc, I have the manuals in there. And that's for all my parts. Part 4. Part 3, Part 2, Part 1. I even have all the original 3 GUs. And I have the GU fucking release. And then I have the Japanese collector's premium edition, the big expensive boy that has all the good stuff in here, all the like the voice episodes and stuff like that, all the cool stuff in here. So .hack's something I enjoy, and I don't want just .hack to have love. I want all games to have love. I want the games, people to be able to play old games without having to spend, like for instance, if you go on like eBay or whatnot, and it's pretty much the only where you can get this part 4, for instance, is like $400 or $500 fucking bucks. And in my condition that I have, it's not a sealed copy, but it's like essentially it is a sealed copy. It is a open sealed copy essentially in the condition I have this in. This would run you like easily way over $500. If you get it, if you want to get it shit like that on eBay. That's what people are selling it for, and it's ridiculous. And that's not even like, it's one of the more expensive PS2 games, but still, how can you expect someone to have an interest in something and go out and spend ridiculous ass monies because a publisher doesn't want to release the fucking game? And it's great to have original hardware and stuff. If you're like a collector and whatnot, that's fine. Sure, if you want to go and get the original copies, that's fine. But in order for like some Joe Schmo regular, a kid growing up who might have some interest about games in the past, he wouldn't be able to fucking get this. So, and the only way he's able to play it is through emulation, and thank fucking God for that. Thank God for emulation. And game developers, well, not developers, mostly not. No, it's mostly publishers, because they're the ones who want money in their fucking pocket. They think emulation's evil. Ooh, it's pirating. No, motherfucker, we're saving the goddamn. Emulation saves your asses because it's saving all the games that you butts don't want to freaking re-release. They don't have to be expensive ass remakes. They could just be re-releases, digital re-releases or stuff like that. It's not that freaking hard. Ugh, it's frustrating because, especially with the recent like news about like 80% of games are endangered or near extinct. It's like, yeah, this is stupid. That why is the video game industry so reluctant on preserving its history? It's frustrating. And as time goes on and on, it just gets harder and more expensive of trying to get copies of games to play. And without emulation, that would be the only way to freaking do it. And like my Sega stuff that I have stashed away in my hidden room upstairs. Freaking my Panzer Dragoon Saga is ridiculously expensive. It's over $1,000. So it's just crazy. I know there's a lot of like rights and music rights and public, a lot of different legality to go through on some games and whatnot. But the effort that is being put forth now is not an effort at all. It is just is nothing. They could be doing a lot more. These publishers can be doing a lot more to preserve our game history for the future generation to enjoy and the current generation to enjoy as well, without having to fork over a ridiculous amount of money or play through emulation. Because as good as emulation is now, sometimes it's not 100% perfect. And for the sake of like my son, and kids are like him and kids before him, and you know, just on and on, I would love for like them to have something to look on and play if they want to. Preserving history for some reason is difficult for people to do when it's not that hard to do. And as someone who wanted to be a Japanese historian, I guess this is like more personal to me than it is other people because I like history and whatnot. So it's just weird. Just in conclusion, why not game publishers? Can you please try to preserve and acknowledge your older catalog of games, your older IPs, either be that made through re-releases, remasters, or remakes, or sequels? For fucking instance, Square Enix, give me a goddamn remaster, Final Fantasy VII remake, or a remaster of Parasite Eve 1 and 2. Freaking Bandai Namco, give me my goddamn dot hack back so I don't have to worry about playing these expensive ass discs on my PS2, because I would love to play the games on a console and not through emulation if I don't have to, because emulation isn't perfect and it is not at a state where it's user friendly on casual friendly, I should say, on a lot of emulators. Dolphin, Duck Station are great. The PSX2 or whatever it's called is doing better now. Emulators are getting better at being user friendly, but it's still for hardcore audience. The casuals do not want to mess with that shit. The casuals just want to pop in something into their console and play it. They don't want to have to set something up on a PC. So it's just money to be had. Whether it's not that, it doesn't necessarily have to. You don't have to make millions and millions, hundreds of millions of dollars off of fucking something all the time. You can just spend a little bit and get the thing going and make a little bit of money. Ooh, that'd be nice. Everybody would be happy. Hell, if you pumped out a lot of these, you'd be making more money that way than if you would be spending a shit ton of money on one big ass game and then it flopping or it not meeting up to sales expectations. So I don't understand that. I would love Bandai Namco to give CyberConnect 2 the opportunity to re-release the original 4 games like they did with .hack GU, and also maybe give them some budget to make a new series. It would be great to have a new .hack anime and game series. That would be wonderful. Also, Bamco, it would be great if you guys would, maybe do a Soul Calibur and Tekken Legacy collection. I don't know. It'd be great if the gaming industry would actually care about their past history. Kind of like on the same level as the entertainment, like the film and TV industry does. Well, they don't really care, but they care enough to release all the old stuff. Granted, it's easier, but still they do it. They put in more of an effort than the game industry does. All right, that's enough of that. Ugh, it was annoying. Just frustrating to see that something that I've always want CyberConnect to do is not it to do is release the damn the OG 4 games. And the reason that it hasn't been done is not because of CyberConnect, apparently. It's because of Bandai Namco. Ugh. Yo dude, ZANE here. Hit the subscribe and or the like if you enjoyed the video. Put a thumbs down if you guys disliked the video so I know to do better in the future. If you guys enjoyed or hated the video, comment down below. And that's the dandy way to live. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.